All right, welcome back. I want to show you guys something I picked up on eBay. I bought a 8 terabyte external Hyperspin hard drive that's all pre-configured for an Xbox 360 Windows-based controller, which is wireless, which is kind of nice. I don't have the time, nor do I really want to put in the effort to go through Hyperspin and pre-configure all the emulators, all the games, all the buttons and everything, movies, all this stuff here to be playable on a computer. I just don't have the time for that in my life, nor do I want to dedicate the time to that. It's just an incredible undertaking. So I was going to show you, for about $250, this guy on eBay that sells them. I'm not going to mention his name or his user ID because some people, this is just, they don't like the way this is done. They don't think they should pay for games and blah, blah, blah. But I basically paid $50 for him to configure the drive. The games were on there, but for what you'd buy the drive on Amazon for, maybe I paid 60, 65 bucks for him to basically put all the games, pre-configure all the emulators and the buttons, which in my opinion is well worth it. So here's the Nintendo Wii, for example. So let's go into the Wii. I know Wii has a bunch of games that I have no idea what they are, so let's just pick one, for example. Let's pick X-Men, just to show you that it does work. And as you can see, it opens right up into the game. So I have to figure out what buttons go on here because the dongle that I bought on eBay with this was not functioning, so I had to send it back and get another one. So let's get out of here, but just to show you the incredible amount of emulators are on here, it's almost ridiculous and overdone, but WiiWare, Wii U, Super Game Boy, GameCube, GameCube imports, Nintendo, I mean, you name it, it's on this. It's just, from what he told me, there's 18 to 20,000 playable games on this. That's completely overdone. When would I ever have time to play 18,000 games? But it is cool to have everything in one place. It's an external 8 terabyte hard drive, and what I did is I took it, cracked it out of the case, and installed it in my desktop. So it's actually labeled Drive D down there, which is very convenient. So for example, if I want to get out of this, so I'll exit Hyperspin, and you can see on my desktop, I'll open up the file. If I scroll down to my actual drives, you can see right here, Hyperspin drive. And what he does is he gives you this file that basically tells you exactly what to do. There's this pre-configured file that he's made, and you basically go down to Windows 10 or Windows 7, whichever you are, and you right click and you run as administrator, and it loads everything in. So when you're done, you just open up your file, which is now your D drive, and you'd click on arcade and you'd open up your Hyperspin icon. But I just put it on the desktop right here, so if I do it that way, I just click on it and it opens right up into the front end. You can skip through it, but you can just go into anything you want. So for example, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. And you can see it all plays. Kind of neat. I'm on a 16:9 monitor, so they have these like sides that put the actual 4:3 original CRT look in the middle of the screen for each of the games. So it gives you this like bezel look. Kind of cool. I'd rather have it stretched, but I don't want it to look all weird. So I'm not really sure how to fix that. I'll have to look through it. But everyone has a movie, and it's just really nicely done. But I mean, there's just an exorbitant amount of games on here. Really easy to install in your PC and rename the D drive. And for what I paid for it, I mean, probably saved me a year's worth of frustration and hassle trying to configure, load, put all the drivers in, and get it all pre-configured for a wireless 360 Xbox controller. So I'm very happy with it. And as you can see, there's just unbelievable amounts of games on this thing. You could spend a fucking lifetime on this thing playing all these games, which I'm not going to do. But the reason I did this is because I have my MAME cabinet here that I still have my old Pentium D computer in the back there, and that has Maximus Arcade on. I have that all pre-configured for my control panel. It's just easier, and that way I can just sit at the desk if I want to, or once in a while and play a game like a Wii game or a Nintendo game or a PS2 game, whatever it may be, in the actual emulator. and not have to worry about reconfiguring all the buttons on the control panel in this. So this is a good compromise for me. Plus I like the actual front end, and I didn't have to mess with it. So if you're looking for something really kind of plug and play, this guy's product is pretty unbelievable.